Hey, cousins. If I was a betting woman, I would think Jimmy must have heard a little bit of my podcast from yesterday because I don't know if that didn't sound like what I was asking for or what. But that whole segment, that just threw me all the way back to when fucking Jay was in the ring with Roman and he was like fighting for his life and telling Roman why he doing him like that. I felt that shit in my body. I felt that. I felt that whole shit. And I also felt that fucking slap. But we gonna get to it. But somebody, either it's a coincidence or somebody's listening to Wrestling Color Podcast. I like to think somebody's listening to Wrestling Color Podcast. Let's get into it. We was down at the OVO Arena in Glasgow, Scotland. We need to hurry up and get Bianca Belair up out of Glasgow because I don't know what the fuck it is with these fucking Europeans. But yeah. Yeah, we could go ahead and wrap it up because y'all completely fucking stupid. Let's go ahead and get into John Cena. He came out, um, did his whole spiel. I kind of thought I said, does John Cena know that this is recording from this isn't like last week, like this is live. It sounded like a recording. Essentially what John Cena said, we're gonna sum it up. John Cena said that he is going to ruin wrestling for us as we know it. John Cena said he is going to take the spinner belt that he invented and he is going to leave 17-time world champion and you will never see the belt again because he will be the last real champion in the WWE. And I was sitting there like, oh God. So you mean to tell me The Rock asked for Cody Rhodes' soul and his asshole. You stepped in and said, no, Rock, you can take my soul and asshole instead. Didn't bring up The Rock no motherfucking more. And now your reasoning for all this fever is because you want to ruin wrestling for everybody. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess. Well, Cody Rhodes came out in a 74-piece suit. And he came out and he looked rugged as fuck. I don't think Cody getting no sleep. He looked banged up. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Cody. But anyway, he came out there and he basically told John Cena that he can't unchange history and that's not gonna be right. He ain't gonna allow. You know what? Fuck this. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't give a fuck about none of this. I don't give a fuck about what John Cena either need to win and take the belt and go. Cody Rhodes needs to come up off this title. I don't give a fuck about nothing he was talking about. I literally was looking at the screen and completely disassociated. I'm not even gonna hold you. This whole segment was a waste of fucking time. Cody laid the title on the mat. John Cena got out the ring and he walking off. He's like, I ain't fooling with this bitch. Cody's like, John. John steady walking. Basically, Cody said, you gonna leave WrestleMania without the title and without whatever else. Listen, anyway, we get a video recap of last week's Intercontinental Championship match with Braun Breaker and Finn Balor. Then we get a ad for Stephanie's Places that's going to be on ESPN Plus and Hulu and Disney Plus. And guess what? If you go back a couple of weeks, I actually did a pod speaking on Stephanie's Places and why I'm not interested in where Stephanie's going and what she's going to be doing. Because guess what? We see CM Punk talking about the same shit we already saw a documentary on. Cody Rhodes is going to be there. Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Stone Cold, Rhea Ripley, Pat McAfee, and The Undertaker. Why do I want to sit and watch that shit? No, thank you. Moving right along. The Usos versus A-Town Down Under. So Jay Uso, he was going to have a special match partner to go against A-Town Down Under. Y'all had said it was going to be Joe Hendry. Thank God it was not Joe Hendry. It was his brother Jimmy, and I liked it. And I was like, oh, okay, Uso. I wish they'd have came out to their old music, or they came out with the clank clank. Uso Penitentiary. But okay, whatever. They came out, they did their little thug thizzle, you know what I mean? Moved around the ring. If you seen the Usos wrestle, you already know. A-Town Down Under did they thing, you already know. At one point, Austin Theory took a what's it called, a 1D, and then he just had his legs all up in the edge. He got folded up real good. Then Jimmy was on the other corner about to celebrate with Jay. And Gunther came and snatched Jimmy down, and Jimmy fell. He got in the ring and started roughing up Jay. Jay then was setting up for a spear, but he slipped, girl. And I was like, oh my goodness. Now the speculation is that slip a part of things? Because Paul Leviskate is perpetually online, so he sees all the discord. So he was like, Jay, what you gonna do is you gonna go in there and fuck up. That way we can kind of use that a part of your storyline. So I don't know. Either way, it looked like he slipped. So if it was fake or real, he did a good job. He slipped straight into Gunther and got beat up or whatever. And then that was that. I was like, okay. The Usos did win either way. Dominic Mysterio is feeling bad about costing Finn Balor the Intercontinental Championship. And then Liv was saying something. So I'm not even going to hold you. The audio in this whole clip was terrible, which is a good thing. Because I don't give a fuck about what the sex orgy Judgment Day got going on. The bad thing is, something was being said that was pertinent, and we ain't gonna fucking know. Either way, Raquel Rodriguez is getting ready for her match. El Grande Americana vignette. Let's go ahead and sit in this for a minute. He hails from the Gulf of America. I was like, oh my God. He was raised to become the ultimate luchador. For many years, he was the face of Lucha Libre. The legend has returned to bring honor and glory back to this beautiful sport. He's an icon, a trailblazer. He is El Grande Americano. Tone deaf. Let me tell you something. Anybody listening to this? Yup. Wrestling Colors woke as fuck. Yes. Woke always. This was tone deaf as fuck. I don't care. If this is some shit you was gonna do, you should have did it in America, where the Americans would eat this shit up. Them damn Scottish people was like, girl, what? Gulf of America. And why the fuck is you even leaning into that? But we already know how they get down. So let's move right along. Adam Pearce informs LWO that El Grande Americano will be the newest superstar joining Raw. Rey Mysterio said it was Chad Gable. Then Chad Gable came in. He was all coughing and stuff, talking about it ain't him. And Rey Mysterio basically was like, "You just disgusting and stupid." And they moved right on along. For I don't think the guy that was wrestling was Chad Gable, because that guy was like really chiseled, and Chad Gable got a fat ass. So I don't know. Maybe I'm confused, but the booty was kind of fat on El Americano. Anyway, we went straight into the second match, which is Laura Valkyria versus Raquel Rodriguez with Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship. And I'm just going to be honest with you, didn't nobody give a fuck. You hear what I said? No one gave a fuck. Either way, Lyra kept her title. Raquel Rodriguez is a loser. Then we had Bailey come running in with her Hey Dudes on and black socks and some. I was just like, Bailey, come on, like, come on. Anyway, she came running in and she had help Lyra, and they started looking at each other and shit. And don't be shocked if Lyra versus Bailey is going to be on a WrestleMania night. That's cool. I'm not mad about it, but like, seriously, who cares? And unless Bailey is taking that title and doing something with it, what are we doing here? Moving right along, congrats to Pat McAfee for selling out Big Night at an event at PPG Paint Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on April 9th. Will be streaming, and you can see it on YouTube. So Pat act like he had a fucking problem for Michael Cole was talking about it, because Pat was like, you doing too much. Get Pat McAfee off of my motherfucking screen. When Corey Graves was there filling in for Pat McAfee, I was like, okay, now I see. Now I see why Corey's good at what Corey do. But Corey talk too fucking much, and that's why we still dealing with Pat McAfee. So hopefully he get caught up somewhere at this big night at or whatever the fuck it is. Don't nobody care. And stop, no one cares. We got a video recap last week of the contract signing with the WWE Women's Champion Io Sky, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley sucked so bad she couldn't even break the table. Boom. Congratulations to the Natural Disasters, who are the latest inductees into 2025 Hall of Fame. I'm shocked that somebody even announced the other inductees because every time we get a vignette, is a fucking Paul Levinsky, and he's the only person being advertised for this fucking Hall of Fame. But okay, whatever. Jimmy Uso is back there talking to Jay. We got to sit in this for a minute because this right here, highlight of the show. Jimmy doesn't know why Jay is all up in his feelings. And he had and Jay hit that dive for 15 years, and last week he became a meme. Basically, let me sum this shit up. Jimmy and Jay was sitting backstage. Jimmy was asking Jay why the fuck he acting like a little pussy. Jay was sitting there kind of confused and he was like dejected or whatever. Jimmy was like, listen, you hit that dive every fucking day with me. Now you diving out the ring, flipping all over the place like your fucking name is Top Dollar. You Jay fucking Uso. What is your problem? You're becoming a meme. Now you out there slipping and shit all in the ring, knowing everything's on the line. You giving these people fuel. Like, what is wrong with you? The truth is, Jay was like, listen, I don't think I could beat Gunther. Jimmy was like, you can't beat Gunther. You right. Jay was looking at him like, why you say that to me, twin? Jimmy was like, let me tell you something. You know how you gonna beat Gunther? Main event Jay need to come back. We need to get that dog back up there. We need to get that Royal Rumble Jay Uso. We need to get that Jay Uso that was going to eat up Sammy fucking Zayn. We need to get that Jay Uso that said he don't give a fuck what the tribal chief say. That's the Jay Uso we need to get. So go take your ass to the back. Go massage your feet. Go sit in the ice bath and get yourself together. He said, you know what? Don't worry about Gunther. I got that. So Jimmy get up. He walk around. Gunther already standing there. Musta was listening to their fucking conversation like a creep. Jimmy walked up to Gunther. He was like, listen, I want you next week because I don't like how you fucking with my brother. That's my twin. That's my little brother right there. I'm not about to play with you. Child, Gunther was like, oh, you want to take her for your brother? All of a sudden, while Gunther had the biggest smile on his face, Jimmy came with the fire. He came with the thunder. Child, let's relive it together.
Me and you next week. Well, sure. As long as you don't trip and fall like your brother.
You heard that? Oh, oh, oh. Look at Gunther's face. Yo, Gunther, when I tell you Jimmy slap, when they say slap the taste out of somebody's shit, that's the fuck they was talking about. When an elder say I'm gonna slap fire out that ass, that's what they was talking about. When a person say I'm a dog walk you, that's what the fuck they was talking about. He slapped the cold, pure, unadulterated, unprocessed shit out of Gunther. I literally like screamed. I was not expecting that, and neither was Gunther. Like that was from the soul. You hear me? Child, Gunther chewed his jaw, and just like a hateful motherfucker he is, he starts smiling again. I said, you know what? I know that's right. Jimmy was like, you're not about to fuck with my brother. I'm about to whoop your ass, or you gonna whoop my ass. But either way, it's gonna be on GP. Because you ain't finna fuck with my brother. I know that's right. That's what you talk about, family. You feel me? I love that. Let's go ahead and move right along to Dominic Mysterio. He said he want Penta Cero Miedo to be a part of Judgment Day. I was like, please don't put Cero Miedo in Judgment Day. His brother finna come. They gonna run up on a tag team. We don't got time for none of that. Dominic said that he can help Penta become the IC champion tonight. Whatever. Adam Pearce is in the ring. Let's start it this way. Adam Pearce is in the ring, and he went on to say, we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. And he said basically that Rhea Ripley is not going to be a part of this fucking match because what she signed is a bunch of bullshit. Bianca won fair and square. Io Sky won her match. And these two ladies will be at WrestleMania. And that is what it is going to be. Okay? If anybody got an issue with that, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm in charge. And this is what's going to happen. You understand? So Io Sky comes skipping out. And she said, I don't care about the contracts. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, it doesn't matter who it is. I will take both of them. I don't think that's a Japanese accent. I can kind of sound like I'm from off the continent of Africa. Anyway, either way, she said she'll take both them hoes. Adam Pearce was like, it's cute or whatever, but I already told you what you finna do. So if you could just hold on for a second. Bianca Belair came out. I was like, oh, okay. She got an outfit on too. She came out looking like an American gladiator child. I was like, okay, Bianca. She was like, oh, girl, hold up. Pierce, you right. I earned the number one contender spot and I went through Elimination Chamber. So I'm not about to let Rhea Ripley headbutt her way into this match. She did not earn it. Therefore, she does not deserve it. Adam Pearce was like, cool. I get all that. But what I'm trying to let you know is Rhea Ripley came out. Everybody, all the fuck turned on because everybody apparently wants to stick their fingers in Rhea Ripley's ass. She comes down. Honestly, I don't give a damn about WrestleMania, and I don't care who I have to go through to get my title back. All I want is a rematch. Skirt. So wait a minute. She getting a rematch? Did Liv Morgan get a rematch? We got rematch clauses? What the fuck is this? I was like, okay, breathe. Adam Pearce even said, breathe. He was like, you know what? You want your rematch? I've been telling your bitch ass to come get this rematch for about 4-5 weeks, and you steady going back and forth with me playing around. Bianca was like, you want a rematch? Okay, you get your rematch. After that, we go to WrestleMania. Me and Io do our thing, and me and you can have a rematch. Io was looking like, well, you will, like, you just know you gonna win. Like, what's going on? So Bianca and Rhea going back and forth. Rhea Ripley, again, pie faces. Io, why is you mushing this woman? Adam Pearce was like, stop it. Stop it. I'm glad all three of you are here because I got a goddamn solution. And if you would shut the fuck up, I could tell you what it was. Rhea, you want your rematch? You're going to get it next Monday at the O2 Arena in London. And whichever one of you win will go up against Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. That's all, and there's nothing else to do. Then the ladies decided they was going to mix up in the ring. And to wrap it all up, we got a KOD outside the ring with Io Sky. Fuck all that. What the fuck is wrong with Europe? Why is you booing Bianca Belair? I'm completely confused. Bianca ain't even wrong in this scenario. If you supposed to boo, it's supposed to be this fucking goth-ass whiny bitch Rhea. You could cheer Io because she an innocent party. She collateral damage. Why the fuck is Bianca getting booed at all? Get her up out of Europe because you motherfuckers is like losing the whole plot, apparently. So we get a War Raiders vignette. I didn't even see it, so I don't even know. Anyway, the New Day comes in. Adam Pearce is trying to collect himself because he is just so verklempt and overwhelmed. The New Day was like, listen, we want to go ahead and fight the War Raiders. So what the fuck you finna do? Adam Pearce was like, listen, get the fuck out of here. I don't have nothing for y'all. And Xavier was like, all right, bitch, go take your meds. He was like, well, give me some fucking water. I said, okay, Adam. Okay. You getting beside yourself a little bit. All right, I like that. Then all of a sudden Bianca Belair comes in. She was like, wait a minute. Why the fuck is all this going on? I won. Why I gotta, what you want me to do? He said, you know what, Bianca, listen. You gonna be there ringside. Matter of fact, you're gonna be in the ring because you're gonna be a guest referee. She said, well, I don't know how to referee. He said, well, you better fucking learn by Monday. She was like, oh, okay then. And that was the end of that. So, Bianca Belair will be the guest referee for Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky in a match that Rhea Ripley did not deserve or fucking earn. But whatever, because Paul Levesque want to smell her damn cooch. Here we are. Third match, El Grande Americano versus Dragon Lee with Rey Mysterio. Listen, it was a good match. I'm not even going to hold you. Listen, Chad Gable know how to wrestle. Although I don't think that was Chad Gable. Just because of the physique. So either Chad Gable is like, really putting in gains in the gym. I just didn't think that was Chad Gable. But them two put on a show. But where this whole thing kind of rubbed me wrong was he snatched off the lucha mask of fucking Dragon Lee. Like, why are we taking off the lucha mask? I thought that was respectable. I thought that only needed to happen in like a serious circumstance. I didn't like that. And neither did the audience. Either way, El Grande Americano won via submission because he was submitting with an ankle lock on a maskless luchador. Of course, Dragon Lee was holding his face. Didn't like it, but if you want to run it back, I would suggest that the match itself was good. Video recap of Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins brawl from last week. Seth Rollins will be special guest host for Good Morning Football on the NFL Network tomorrow and Wednesday. If you want to see him, do it over there and talk about football or whatever. We get a CM Punk promo. CM Punk came in the ring. He did not put his back teeth in, so we saw all of that in the back. Essentially, CM Punk said all of this to let you know that he's going to be at the O2 Arena to say all of this again. There you go. Unnecessary. You could have emailed it. Next week on Raw will be airing at 3 p.m., so you will be getting an early review once the show is over. I'll drag my ass and come review it. Logan Paul is also going to be calling out AJ Styles next week because somebody asked it. Then he was talking about AJ Styles and his like Karen haircut. First of all, AJ got some good hair. I don't give a fuck about AJ and what he got going on, but he got some damn good genes. Because as old in the face as AJ look, that hair is thick and luxurious, and he know it. Because he just be tossing that shit. He walk like what's Marsha sister from the Brady Bunch from the movie, how she was walking and her hair was going side to side. That's how AJ Styles be walking with his hair. Next week we're gonna have Gunther battle Jimmy Uso. We already know that because he slapped the shit out of him and told him to come on. Then we're gonna have another confrontation with Cody Rhodes and John Cena. Great. Io Sky is going to be wrestling again Rhea Ripley for her title. Bianca Belair will be special guest referee. It's going to be some shenanigans. Y'all know we getting a triple threat. So either way, whatever. Braun Breaker tells Kathy Kelly that he isn't concerned whether or not Penta is with the Judgment Day. He going to take care of business regardless. The dogs start barking in Glasgow. What kind of dog was that? I think that was a sheepdog with the barrel of liquor like the cartoons. Jay Uso will be a special guest on the Raw Recap podcast tomorrow. If you want to look at Jay, push out some words. Because one of y'all said Jay act retarded. And I just think it's not that he is handicapped, it's that he's just passionate. Fourth match and final match. Main event, Braun Breaker versus Penta. Settle middle. For the Intercontinental Championship. First of all, it was a very good match. It was a damn good match. Braun Breaker looked like a wrestler. When I look at Braun Breaker, I just literally transport 20, 30 years ago. I transport to, he looks like a wrestler. Like, even though he's a Steiner and you can see it all up in his body and his head, Braun Breaker is very good in the ring. He is a joy. If this was under Vince McMahon, Braun Breaker would be on TV every fucking week, as he should be. Just running the fuck wild, hitting people over the head with that belt, and wrestling. I want to see Braun Breaker wrestle all the time. Very good match between him and Penta. Very, very good. Got fucked right on up because, of course, Dom had to get in there. We got Carlito and his apple, and they had to get all up in there. And then Finn Balor came and started hitting fucking Braun Breaker on the back with the chair. And then he was going to acting like he was going to hit Dom with the chair. Then he told Dom to take the chair and beat, Braun Breaker with it. And then Dom picked up Penta. He was like, well, here, you hit Braun Breaker with it and join the Judgment Day. And Penta was playing to the crowd. And so he threw the chair at Dom and super kicks him in the face, which communicates to us that he will not be joining the Judgment Day. And Finn Balor got upset, beat everybody up in the ring, and proceeded to chair, beating everybody, and coup de grace, fucking Penta Cero Miedo in the guts. And that is the way Raw ended tonight. Woo! Once again, the highlight of the night, if I have to tell you to watch anything over, is go watch that Jimmy and Jay Uso, that whole segment, all the way up until he slapped the dog shit out of Gunther. Excellent. Gave me a little spark. I was turned on. Almost to the point where I was like, can we get a triple threat? Can the brothers just jump Gunther all together? Another highlight was Braun Breaker's match was good. Dragon Lee and El Americano was good, although tone deaf as fuck. But that's neither here nor there. Those were good matches. Everything else, I mean, listen, Cody Rhodes and John Cena, y'all can go ahead and hang that up. I don't know where The Rock is in on this. The whole plot is gone. I don't know what the fuck is happening with that, and I do not care. Um, Also, where's Nia Jax? That's really what I need to know what's happening because she needs to be throwing her weight around somewhere. Other than that, the show, I don't know. No replay value whatsoever. You can watch what I told you to watch. Those three clips. Luckily for you, go to WWE.com and you can watch all that on the YouTube. You don't even got to play the whole show. Don't even give them their views because they like phoning this shit in. It don't feel like WrestleMania at all. I'm not excited about anything. Are the girls, Bianca, Io, and Rhea going to give you what you want? Of course they are. Of course. But the way this whole thing is getting set up, I don't fucking like it. And fuck Europe for booing the EST because y'all don't understand what a fucking storyline is. Fuck y'all. And with that being said, I ain't got nothing else to add to this. And I'm going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.